Hello again. I am finally back. This is Jadar. I had a ton of problems with that computer. Cost me like $300 or so to fix, and took me a minute to get that extra change up. And then they had to get a first part didn't do so well, so they had to get that replaced. But it seems I even upgraded the main, upgraded a couple things, found some lost stuff. So it wasn't a complete loss. I mean, I did lose everything I had on the computer, which really sucks. But it is what it is. So I'm finally starting to set stuff up again, and uh, got the recording system. I think I got the volume correct. Um, Now we're playing Nine Kings. The demo. This is the early access one because I did upgrade. Um, I have a run going here. See, I haven't played in a while, so what I was doing was I was gonna play for a little bit. I had to get all my kings up to noble again, and a couple of them I got up a little further, but just practicing to see what the new cards are because I haven't really watched a lot of people play. I did, but I haven't really studied them and to copy them and nothing like that. I just wanted to see what the new cards were. It took me 6 weeks to get my computer. That's kind of crazy. Um, so what happened was my second game I played. Let's see, I played as I tried King of Nature, um, and I was doing pretty good, I thought. And then I got beat by this by a Ballista build. They just wiped me out in like two shots. That's it. So I said, fuck it. I said, shoot, I'll try that same build and see how it goes. So the continued run I have is pretty high. I dropped all my settings down. I'll show you that. Um, I dropped all my settings down to what I could, I guess. I don't really know much about it, but I shut off the blood and the screen shake. I mean, if that's what you can do for settings. The rest, I mean, I could put the graphics down too, I guess. I'm not really sure about that stuff, so. Oh, no. How about we don't accept it? It's still there? Yes. Alright. I screwed up. We'll see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. High damage. Skip pop-ups. Ain't that a bummer? I hit the default. That sucks. I was like, where's the exit? But apparently there's no exit button. Yeah, I didn't have the too many red. Hang on, got this. Man, that kind of sucked a little bit. All right, so it's year 380. Now, I didn't record the first. I don't know how many years. I have two other recordings, but they don't have volume on them because I actually didn't expect to be recording this. But my first year of doing this, I got the ballistas and I picked up warlocks, and I was running them for a little while with imps because I got stuck with them, and they each had a farm. Each one of them had a farm uh, to build up. There was a farm here, there was a farm here, there was a farm here, and they got all the way up to 2,000 units. I got like 2,000 units. Then I replaced the farm with a library and juiced up a lot of his traits or whatever, magic powers. Um, and after the library, I put blacksmiths and got rid of the farms, replaced it all with blacksmiths. Got a couple cemeteries because I ended up picking up a couple other units. I had these guys for a little bit just to lay mines down. And I want to replace them, but since I have the 2 cemeteries, I get the 162 units. It's going to be hard to replace in a couple turns, Ideally, I'm going to replace these guys. Potentially with more defenders or like paladins or something, just to give these guys time to shoot. This is a dead hole, and this is a dead hole. I picked these unicorns, these scapegoats, up as a special card to get gold, and they're kind of killing it too, I've been spreading the wealth for, buffs and stuff, just kind of spreading the wealth a little bit. Everybody's jacked up pretty good. The damages were outnumbered, were a lot higher than that, but and we have the little towers. They don't really make a difference, I don't think. Overwork, feast 10 times, gunpowder, war horns, because I have the cemeteries. Gunpowder is for the combustion. Sharp blades, of course. Dynamite, that was an earlier one I grabbed. Engineering, eyeglasses, venom, iron fist, and I think there's a couple more that just doesn't show up for some reason. You know what I mean? So like I said, I have 2 other videos I recorded, like, however many years between them. It took about an hour, and I got tired, and then I had to take off, so I had to do 2 different ones. But there's no volume on them. I didn't mic up because I didn't realize till now, because the build's going so good, that this might be able to go further than I was thinking. Because I've never been to this year. My computer's is managing to keep up with the game now, all of a sudden. So before, I never made it past 124 because my game would crash. So yeah, there's a card that lets you duplicate a unit into an empty spot. I used that to get this trebuchet, duplicating this one, which is my top one. It was, for the most part. And I've kind of floated between the quarries and more blacksmiths, just because I didn't start out with this many catapults. I kind of, quarries are kind of gaining their value a little bit more now that I have more of them. But truthfully, this build's going so well, I'm not going to do a damn thing. I've been throwing cards away just about every single turn, realistically. And my other 2 videos is like 2 hours of play. I'm at year 380 right now, so we're going to go from here and see how long it goes. Alright? That's pretty much up to date. The beginning, start, and play, farm, farm, farm. You know what I mean? That was my beginning play. Yeah, this farm, this is a double farm, because they shared this one. And then I had a triple, actually it was triple farm, I think. And the imps had their own farm. So, but I could see different varieties. Like I said, if I can replace this guy with more defense, that would help. And other than that, I really don't know, to tell you the truth. So, that's where we're at. Let's continue forward and see how it goes. Oh, for buffs, I'd have to show you what my king buffs are another time. So, been procreating defensive man. Just, oh my goodness, that's loud. Let me shut that down. Hang on a second here. Yeah, that's pretty loud. That's pretty loud. I got my TV at like a 10 too, so hopefully my mic's not that loud. I did some testing and it seemed to be okay. Yeah, I hope that's not crazy too loud for you. But let's continue. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, I throw most of the cards away, so I don't really need. I think every single thing here is maxed out. So Pardon me. Alright, so we need procreates. Let's see. Let me take an offering and a procreate. Maybe I can start getting rid of the trapper. We'll clone. Oh, I've been making money up the wazoo because of the goat card there. Or invest. No. Yeah, I could use some more procreates. Take that. Take that. Yeah, I used this twice. That's why I got 2 empty spots. For the Royal Council events are pretty good though, so can I afford to get rid of another one maybe? Nah, I think we'll be alright. I'm not sure I really need that many cores anymore though, truthfully. We're gonna get rid of him. Just what I was thinking. We're gonna get rid of him now while I can. And then procreate the crap out of somebody just to get the benefit from the... And he's pretty tough already too, but he's just a trapper. Do they fight after they lay traps? I'm not quite sure. This could backfire. Getting rid of him could backfire. So, man, I don't know. Let me think. Let me think for a second. If I could get a royal council, that would make me copy something, but he's not really anywhere I could benefit from that. Oh, my money's gone already? Yeah, let's get out of here then. Ooh, you know, I could do a double offer just to, yeah, well, I don't really need a lot of cards. Alright, so let me think about this because these guys are probably going to be a lot tougher. Who am I going to clone? I'll probably clone the defenders, I suppose. Shoot. I don't know if I'll be able to do what I was thinking. Let's just continue on with what we got. Yeah, my combustion thing is huge, dude. It fills almost the whole bar with my arches because of this 5-time gunpowder. Shoot. Yeah, see, I got one lost from earlier in the game when I was trying to organize stuff. I don't really need much of anything. Like I said, most of the time, excuse me, I'm just throwing stuff away. Like every time. But it really is so far. The whole red screen was red too, so it's not red anymore, but it was. Peace. Ideally, I'm trying to keep as many range units, fight as many range units as I can. That way, like, thieves suck because they jump in the back line temporarily, so we're going to avoid blood, we're going to avoid gold, greed, you know what I mean? I'm spreading combustion around so they can each do their own circle bang. Boom, boom. Yeah. Been spreading steel coat around. like stuff just got real. Yeah, there's my Ballista. 700,000 health. 4 million damage, 4.5 million damage. It's got a whole bunch of stuff. 81 steel coats. Scapegoats. Killed in battle, generate 3 gold per level. So 9 gold per every time they die. But some imps. 22,000 health. 131 for them. Trappers. Let's see. Yeah, I just throw everything away. I'm not changing anything because I don't really know if I need to. Nobody's ever gotten really close yet. Yeah, trading, I kind of want to just do something different. I've just been, hitting the button. Just Yep. Yeah, man. That was pretty close. Yeah, so I'm going to shut the mic off, and it's going to just keep going on like this for a little while. I don't know how many of these we can go. Do another one then. Alright, let's continue. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. Yeah, I figured we'd do 564 ballistas, 169 scapegoats, 713 warlocks, 427 imps, 134 defenders, and 162 trappers. That's what I got, and 4 trebuchets. That'll do pretty good. All right. Yeah, just wanted to run them in there. Like I said, I'm above 2,000 units and been that way for a little bit. You know, it's weird too because the whole all these different build bonuses I've gotten, I have yet to see the one where you get 3 times the amount of money for throwing cards away. So is that like only Greed's card? Is that only available to Greed? I guess. Just saying. Now that I think of it, I guess maybe that's the reason. Just wondering if I could sneak a boar in here. I don't really want them on boars, do I? Could put one there, but I wouldn't be able to farm up the boars to make them really worth it, you know. So I guess we won't do that. Like I said, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing now, and if there's if you have any suggestions about what I might be able to change to make it better, I'm all ears. I'm just figuring out the new cards. So far, so good, but I can't complain. Okay, I was thinking this. I think this is the only unit that had the library. The rest I've kind of just fed to, one by one. That'll tell you how many different benefits I've got given them all. So, I'm thinking I could pop a librarian right here real quick, because he doesn't get benefits off attack anyways, and I think he's juiced up enough. So I'm going to pop a librarian right here and blast that up for a little bit. Maybe we'll sneak a couple in. That's the idea right now, which is great. Look at that. I'll take that. Shoot, that's quite a bit for a reroll. I think we're good. Now of course I need a offer up card. I'll have to throw it away regardless, right? Whatever. Year 404. I think we got some longevity on this one. Aha. Thank you very much. Make peace. Take you out. Alright, let's start this puppy up then. Let's go here. We'll throw this down. Triple that out immediately. There we go. Do I want to repeat that anywhere is the question. Like right there potentially. $30,000 health, 22 and 4. I could put one here, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give the escape. We'll do one here for a little while too. All right, that's the next one. That's the plan. That's what we're gonna try doing. Now, I can say 100% this feast works every single time. So, I didn't know if there was like a top cap off, because I heard like I thought you can only get 2 overworks. So, you know what I mean? I'm not sure what the rest of them is, but my defenders have 131,000, and we're going to take feast. And now they have 262. Cha-ching. Beautiful. Yeah, trapper. I don't know how many traps are down there. They've been putting traps down almost the whole entire game. Except once when the guy came through on that first death. But other than that, he's been putting traps down the whole entire game. So, crazy. We continue. Yeah, I'm not figuring on. Oh, here we go. Something new. Let's see. War Defenders. looking good, you know what I mean? I think the libraries will help for a little while. We'll let these other guys stack up some, Now, I was wondering if the vampirism I've been given to, the defenders here. For the most part. Did I give you some? 13, yeah. Because they're the front, but he reflects damage, so I'm assuming they'd still, you know, because you're going to have a number. So hopefully he still works on them, you know. And Carnage, 10% of hit points. I think he's got the most hit points, 262. 305. Alright, well, let's give it to you then, 30. And more poison, just spread that poison around. More for you. Alright, let's continue. I had walls up here and everything too, and I replaced them. Yeah, I put walls down once after the first time they got through, I think it was. But once I saw how powerful this was, I took them down. Spread the wealth. Peace. I'm pretty sure he's reinforced for a couple times. 29 times apparently. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, been pretty much throwing away 95% of the cards I get for quite some time now. Pretty loud though. Let me turn that down here. Get your spells. Yeah, we like them especially because they sit back the longest. Yes. I tell you what, I'm quite happy with the improvement of the computer. Because like I said, I could barely make it past year 100 before. This thing's cranking. Year 431 right now. Yeah, definitely. I'm not sure what games I'll play besides this one. I would really like to play Soul Ash 2, but I'm not 100% sure where my problem originated from. It was just mechanical or not. I see that I missed a couple really good ones though, which kind of sucked, but I'm gonna take the shot blades. But that's not good. It's summertime. I gotta fix up my trailer. Quite a dump. Shit. Winter was tough. It was tough on my old shack here. No windows. That's what it is. No windows. Okay, we're going to continue forward for a while. I'm not sure how long this has been going on. Let me see what we got for time. Oh my goodness, this has not been recording? Okay. Shoot, for a minute there, I thought it said start recording. I'm like, wait a minute, this better be recording. How long has this been going? there a way to tell that? I'm still figuring this stuff out. Alright, well. Don't think I got a deadline, per se. Guess we'll keep going. Yeah, I think my Ballista have a big enough circle of combustion. So I'm going to give the rest of them to my Warlocks. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. Do I want anything from these guys? Steel coats? Yeah. Guess that couldn't hurt. Appropriate. Steel coat. Poison. You know? I think we should hit that a couple times. I don't think I have one Midas touch at all. Pardon me. Do I want another library over here, potentially? I think I do for a little bit. Yeah, I think so. I think I got at least another 100 years before I got to worry about. And he has a... Yeah, he's got another blacksmith on him anyway, so let's do that. I'll take another library. And we'll give it to, we'll juice up these guys for a little bit. I think there's a particular number. I took it off of them once I got to like 80 steel, you know what I'm saying? I've had 160 steel coats before, and it didn't make a difference, in my opinion, so. But we're going to let these guys double up. Probably leave these here for a little while, to tell you the truth. And I'm not moving these cemeteries either. Free units, you know? Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, let's put a library there. I just gotta get rid of that spot now. They still haven't made it to my back line yet. Is there anything here that gets rid of a... Alright. Yeah, I had a cough. Side effects. Alright. Let's get dry in here, actually. I love it when that happens. Why, see, I did 33% more damage because I put that buff that gives them bonuses every time something levels up. It's got a bunch of them. Yeah, we are good. Continue. Alright, we'll continue. Yeah, and the King of Blood actually did more penetration through my front lines and shit than anybody else so far. That's why I've been avoiding him and King of Greed. Could be the ones to give me a challenge, but as we're going now, as long as I can get anything that has range attack, then it'll buy me an extra round of shooting, which is ideal. I think this is just going to go until it freezes up. And if it just continues to do this particular set of graphics, then that could be forever. Which is perfectly fine with me. Come on, libraries. But we'll see. I got another 50-minute timer. We'll go until that hits, and I don't want to make a 5-hour video of nothing but red screen. Nothing but that. I have no unit, no plots. Yep, let's take another one of them, I suppose. Yeah, there's too many reasons not to get rid of the trapper itself. So I would like to replace it with a different unit, but unfortunately, I'll never be able to duplicate that fast enough to matter. I mean, I probably could get close. Not really. Because a lot of this health he got from the feast. Let's see. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming. 776 warlocks now. These guys are pretty rugged now. Yeah, this is the one I have reinforced. So last time I leveled up, he gained 33% damage. And he had 30 of them. So he had 29, 28. It's pretty good. Shit, I don't think I need anything, right? Yep. Nope. Let's leave. It's dry in here. I got the house closed up. Keep the light out. The heat. Yeah. I mean, this build could definitely probably be tuned up a little bit, I suppose. But these ballistas, I think they're the top of the league right now. And they beat me up pretty fast when I was doing pretty good with the nature guys. Let's see. I guess it doesn't matter. These guys are decent up pretty good. Look at it. 30s, 40s, and 50s. Yeah, no King of the Blood. No, thank you. Yeah, they gave me a concern at the earlier stages because they had the same kind of setup for a while, but then my ballistas started outpacing them, and my farm was cranking, so I had much more after a while, and then it was not an issue. let's do some more summons. Can't go wrong with that. I don't know if that's capped out or not, but let's get more to the warlocks because I actually do damage just to buff up. Paladins would be really nice to put where those bomb guys are. But give me a second here. Let this run through. Alright people, I'm going to have to stop the video here and get back to you. My friend of mine's got a problem he needs a hand with, so thank you for watching. I hope the volume's correct on this when I listen back to it. I will pick up again watching things one more time. So peace out, much love.